Hello and welcome. Yes, got to quickly make a start on doing these sunflowers. There may be a slight gap, and I'm not worried if there is a slight separator, although it is quite generous on going beyond, as we all know. And I've also got to make sure I pop it out slightly. Yeah, I've set the subsoil going. I was going to say plough, but yeah, same difference. You know what I mean. I have also put the power tools in for this session. I'm going to do what I said. I was really wanted to wait for your... I know sometimes, obviously, you record and you can't really afford to wait until you, the viewers, actually get to the content. You've got to like take... But I don't like doing it secretly. That's not the way I roll. It's always have included you in this type of thing, even for repairs. I mean, there's only a couple of times I've ever forgotten to do that where I've not included you. So yes, where I've not shown things. I don't like to just... I do like to surprise you sometimes. I've done that a couple of times. I did it on court when I did the bridges, but apart from that, yeah, I really don't like to not to do it. We've sort of shown you that. I guess that put it in a line, and it might actually, yeah, it might hit the bin. So I'm a little bit worried about. Yeah, I think it's still alright, but we might have to rescue it a couple of times. I realise that's the trouble. It was, yeah, might hit the bin in a couple of times. Yeah, in a couple of strips, a couple of times. I know what I mean. Yeah, don't always explain it well. Don't sort of think. When I look back at editing, sometimes I think, seriously, your words, sometimes it's when you concentrate as well, it is true. It's not. Yeah, no, be careful here. Again, it probably is better. I would like to leave the worker doing this in a little while. So we're going to run out of fertiliser. Although I do remember that I have got a shovelful, which is quite a lot really, in the bucket and telehandler, which is by that sign over at the left. Saw it in editing yesterday when I was watching back the episode. I'm quite chuffed with the progress that we're doing, but I am right, it's very expensive. Very, very expensive. Yeah, it's gonna... I've left that, obviously there's a bit of a platform for storing things like, well, a bit like we're doing now with the seeds and things like that. So going forwards, could even put a shed here really, but we've got plenty of room down there. But I was thinking more storing things that we need to store. Right, do we stick a bit of a... And I think we'll do another one down here, and I think we wouldn't be... That's the trouble with normal workers, you need to really, really accentuate where everything is. So I'd like to do one at the top, or two perhaps. Yeah, so that it separates. I don't want it going into that field again, because as I said, oversown. Well, I've done it on Avon Valley and it didn't work at all. But even if you plough it out, it still does not. It still keeps the original crop in, even though it does all the animations for the ploughing and all the rest of it. And you think, oh yeah, it's okay. It's sort of, that's all right, but it doesn't do it. The original crop still stands, even if you do plough it out and the animations are there. So yeah, I really don't want to be making that mistake twice. So I know how it works now, having done it, or it did. I don't know whether it maps the different, or whether it is... Now then, this turnaround space down here, I think they'll be okay. I think let's do another headland on this and set it going. Yeah, I think it would actually. We're going to time lapse this. We've not got the fields, the grass is not ready till tomorrow, till 8 in the morning. And obviously the sorghum we can't plant until tomorrow morning either. It's just literally sunflowers on this section. Then we've got to go through till tomorrow. But I am going to speed time up again. I don't want to be losing that again when it's only earning this 12,000 instead of 20 odd. So yeah, I want to do that right. I'm going to say let's fill the seeds up. I know we're going to run it out. Oh no, we're not. Let's do it properly. Let's go over and let's we need to go. Well, we don't need to. We can fold this little notice that I need seeds. No, I can't. It's true. Yeah, I love the way. Got to get into a better habit with the opening. Let these open auto, because they also shut auto if you do it this way. So let's just go and grab that, start that up, stick this in. And again, I don't know if it does. No. That's it. Yeah, I don't know if it opens automatically with that. That's the one thing I want to say. Is the plough still ploughing? Yes, it is. It's doing its job smashingly. Right, so yeah, there is quite a lot here, but I think we'll need to buy some more for the. Yeah, it's not quite full. I think I would have overdone it, and I knew that. So let's stick this for the bucket. That's the run I was thinking about. That's not quite right. That's about as good as I can get it. Fantastic. There, that's as good as I can do it. Let's stick this, but not too close. Oh no, actually this field's done, so we can actually do what we like. Let's keep that ready for doing the sunflowers and keep it looking low, or else I'm going to over-tip. We all know what it's like with the physics, which is right, it is. Yeah, we want to go and, we need some more lime, so I'm going to send that up to the top. Oh, how much has it got in? Oh, nearly a full amount. So actually, yeah, we can set that going in a minute. Oh, we will actually, that's true. Let's grab you now. Oh, yeah, and let's stop you. I did think I wasn't quite right. We could, of course, now set it crossways. That might actually work. Yeah, if we do it like that, there's no really bad sharp corners. It'll do its own thing with sorting the angle out, I realise that. Let's grab that one. Yeah, I'd like to get that finished ploughed. We need to do that. We need to set the worker now on that bit of field where we've done that. And no, it knows it. The workers are good in so much as they do know something's already sown. It wasn't sown. That was my fault. It was. So I'm going to do one more headland here, though. I don't want to trust to look. I just do another one, and then we're just going to set it going. That's more like I thought. I'm sure I'm pressing the right thing. I was, but I was on the wrong implement. It doesn't work. I know you can press, I think it's Control V, and you can actually do both down, but yeah, I very rarely do that. I did it with the mowers a couple of times, but it's not a habit. So then, not sure if that's going to hit the bin. Again, a little bit too close to that, but I think we'll be alright. We set it going here, this first headland. I think should, by the time it turns around, actually be alright. I do like the way the workers do that. I think that is quite a nice trick, really. Let's just do a bit of tidy up on this. There's a few bits I realise I've missed just here. Again, I can see that bit of corn that I said, why is there a bit of corn there? I can see that little tiny bit now. Let's say, I can definitely see that we've missed this. A tiny bit more. There's a little bit in here, yeah, there's quite a strip here that was missed. I thought I'd done this quite thoroughly, but I really haven't. No, let's be thorough. I don't like missing it. pH, I really don't. I don't like to not do this properly. It's too big a hit. Same as I don't like not to fertilise again. Too big a hit. It's, yeah. Weeding likewise. The weeding is way too much, but the little ones like rolling, for the little 2.5%. If I'm going to take a hit in the first year, or if I can't afford the tools, especially base game tools, then I will take the hit on that. Same as mulching. I frequently miss mulching, not because I forget it, but because I think I can't afford a mulcher yet. The Mack Trucker one, obviously, again, that's a cracking one. But there are also some really very reasonable. I think the front roller pack, they're about £6 for a 6 metre. You can't beat that. It's amazing. But again, it's a mod. It is. So yeah, at the minute I am little tiny patch there. Brilliant. Okay, so I've got 11 tons left. We're doing that one over there now. We're doing on the, yeah, no, it's, I think that's going to be all right. It's going to come to a, not sure about this next turnaround. That's a bit of a sharp corner. That's the type that it goes wrong with. Right, let's at least do a headland. I think we'll have run out by the time we've done that on this one here, because this is, yeah, really, there's no lime, so it does cane it. Next time, once we've the lime should be all right. But I mean, I never do that on precision farming. I always continually lime, because it really takes a little tickle. If you've done it like this takes a lot, but once you've got this down, after that it's a tickle. It doesn't cost you anywhere near as much. So I like to keep it and do it every single time, even though the odd time you can actually get away with not doing it. I don't like to do that, because I'd sooner do the work but not, yeah, keep the costs to their minimum. Yeah, I'm glad we've got the bread all, but obviously most of our equipment's got built-in fertilisers, so struggling with this bit of a hill. But you don't think of this as a hilly field, but it's got sections that are, which is realistic. I do like that. Yeah, but what I'll do is I'm going to send this back up to the shop again, and we'll fill it like we did last session. That's not too bad. I mean, it's a 14 tonner, it's worth doing it. I wouldn't like to do that with the ones that I normally have, the modded ones that are like 3 tons or 4 tons, because that is just a nightmare. But for a 14 tonner, you can get quite a bit done. So it's worth sending it up there and bringing it back down, you know, just as it is. But I am right, I am quite intrigued to see how much it costs us to do it. I think we've got seeds enough, but it varies. Sorghum, as I said, used to be. I remember doing a massive field on Calmsden right at the beginning, because I'd never done sorghum, and it was a contract. And I would got a sugar beets contract at the same time, and that caned the seed. I was forever sending it back to the shop. I'd even got like a not, what was it, the, again, it's, oh, I missed a little sprag there. To get the thing to do that, I thought I'd been more thorough than that. Yeah, I was forever sending the sugar beets like seeds down. I can't remember what it was, and I've not got it in to show you on my sort of tools because I've got no mods. It was a storage sort of thing where you could literally stick pallets on it. Multi-purpose tool, I think yeah, it's, I'm a bit over actually. I'm wasting a little bit on that. Yeah, I've got the all-purpose tool that's in the animal section, and I've literally got about 8 tons of yeah, like 4 of those pallets. It did cause mayhem, but they nevertheless were good, in so much as you could store 8 tons. The amount of times I had to fill those up and send it back down for the cedar planter even to actually do its stuff, it was unbelievable. Sorghum, massive field, didn't have to fill it at once. It pretty much did the entire field. It got low, but when you consider the field was huge, it was negligible amount of seeds, and it was that stuck in my mind. But I did it not long back, and that's no longer the case. I don't know that it's terrible, but it's not like it used to be. So again, there's a lot of things that get tweaked behind the scenes that you never get told about, but you know you were right. You did it, and you know that you were not imagining it, because you've done contracts where you know what it cost you to do. So, and you know, and things, I mean, a bit like sugar beet. Sugar beet is one of those things, and I keep saying this because it sticks in my mind. On Lone Oak, I had one of the smallest fields in the game. It was field 5. I always say field 7. Field 7 actually was quite large. Field 5 was one of the smallest fields on Lone Oak. I got 500 tons of sugar beet off that little field. On Horbelleron, I had a sugar factory and I did a sugar beet and I got 200 tons and it was about the same, and I'm like, oh, okay, well that's a bit, it was the first time I'd done it. I was heavily shocked by how terrible the decrease in how far sugar beet, or how good sugar beet was, and that there are a lot of crops like that really on, oh, I've done better than I thought actually. But I'm going to run out very, very soon, so we'll run this up to the shop. I'll send a worker and then we'll buy some lime. Smash it. Right, yeah, not bad, but again, well, I always find the headland is more of a field than you think it is, especially like that amount we've done, really. I think we'll be able to set a worker going next time, really. So then, let's set this going. The plough, the subsoiler, okay. Well, it ploughs. I think that's what I'm really sort of talking about. I know it's not technically a plough, but right, so set destination. And this works very well as well. Oh. Right, smashing, and let's go and see how the subsoiler is doing. There's a few bits to tidy up. Sunflowers are doing nicely. I did actually do that sharp corner better than I thought. I thought this would stop quite a few rows past, but it hasn't, so interesting. Yeah, just let the, oh, imagine it's going to take an age for the sunflower actually to do. I'm wondering whether I do this because it's the turnarounds where the workers are a little bit slow, whereas you can think I will. Yeah, I'm going to go into that time lapse though. We know what we've got to do. Yeah, and I'll also keep this. I'll set the worker on again in a few minutes. Just top the seeds up whilst we go up to the top and do the liming, and then I'll run the limer down and I'll get that cracking on that field. So I may as well get that done now. At least what we can do is fantastic. Why is this not doing any? It's on auto. Why is this? Does this not have any nitrogen at all? It had nitrogen to begin with. When I did the headland, it did nitrogen. What? It's on auto, so. It's like the bizarre. No, the nitrogen is on. Hang on a minute, is it? Or is it switched it off? Oh, is it me? It would have been me. I remember having this argument. I always used to accuse the workers of this. Oh, do I have loads of... Oh, you see, that's what I'm mistaken. Lift closed covers all. Open put is left, so it's the two similar. That's what it is, right? That is now right. So that should now be on again. Yes, so it was my fault. As I did say before, once I'd figured it out that it was my fault. I'm trying to avoid those. I know we can go through them, but I'm aiming for realism, so I'm not going to go through them. Yeah, so we're going to have to do a bit of a splash of fertiliser now. But that means, no, we can empty the bread all. It's not the end of the world. In fact, now would have been the perfect time to do it. But yeah, we'll do it afterwards. We're going to need a bit more fertiliser as well, which is going to, mind we are anyway for the rest of the field. So yeah, I think we might actually, well, we would have got away with this. But I suppose that it's going to do for what we haven't done for this. Is going to do for essentially get this done along this edge. I think we'll send this up and down. Although workers can decide that that's the end. I know that it's like a fifth. Yeah, they sometimes when you do something like this and send them on the job, they actually decide whether they're going to carry on or not themselves. So, right, let's go up to the top. I think we'll be... Yeah, no, Padma's still working. Oh, perfect timing, Mr. Smith. Perfect timing. it's a nice change. I know I'm not. That's one thing, as I said, I have got a bit of a canny knack at that, as you can see. You sort of roughly know, roughly, like, well, actually sometimes uncannily so, that so we need plenty of, now big bags are slightly better for this, but the pallets are better for like stacking multiples. If I've got the oh, we need 7. Worked it out exactly, and I was exactly right. Right, okay then, so fertilizer 2, buy ready. Yeah, there's not much in it. I do the pallets because it's neither cheaper nor there's not much in it. I used to think this was dearer, but it's about the same, and it's pallets, and we've got a pallet forks, so it makes more sense that we do this. I think that's going to be enough, but I'm not sure. Written up. Oh yeah, I've got to be careful now actually. And it's random. I might go over by the lime, and it might still do the fertilizer, as we all know. It's not as cut and dry as you think. Even though you might be nearest to the lime, it doesn't necessarily. I'll do the best that I can. You see? That's my point. It's totally... Oh, do you know, seriously, you couldn't write it, could you? You could not write that. Oh well. We'll get that bit of a feel to what we could do then, if we're going to do that, is we could go and fertilise the grass field. Is there enough though to do all that? I would say so, but it's, again, grass is not the most... Let's get another couple. Well, I think, yeah, I don't think we're going to have enough to do all of that and that. So let's get 2 more. You know, I knew it. I just knew in my heart of hearts that that was just going to do that. It's typical. Which is why I said what I said, because you sort of think, you know what's going to happen. You're going to... I mean, I was as far away as you possibly can be and still be closer to the lime, and it still goes ahead and does it. Now, let's have a look at how the workers are doing. So that's the most important thing we're doing. Oh, okay. Now you, I didn't expect to stop. We've still got plenty of... yeah, we'll tidy all that right-hand bit. It's the pointy bits again that they just don't like. Oh, that did a very good job. I've got to be honest, that was minimal effort. There was a little sprag while we'd close to the edge of this field. I was going to get that little bit that was over by those... No, those trees are in the distance, but it's over that way, I remember. What would it see on this? You could see it as you would like. Somewhere, there we go, I see it. How I missed that, but then it was a big session, it's easily done. Get this tidied up, and then yeah, I'll finish the tidy up work myself on the I see you a little bit there as well. I can see why that got missed. Yeah, in fact, you know, I think I'd sooner leave that. I did do that bit. So there's just a tidy up to do on this. Little tiny bits, really. Wow, better than I thought actually though. Yeah, really, I thought it was bigger than it looks on the map. That's not really much at all. So really did a very good job. Yeah, I'm quite impressed with the workers. I mean, there's an awful lot more work you've got to do, but then I know on console you've got to do that all the time, so it's nice to feel your pain as well, or the things that you have to do all of the time, that, you know, like people always say about PC and Mac players, and it is true to a degree, which is why I like to actually do this, so as you, yeah, feel the same. I mean, Courseplay is my #1. If I was going to say what was my #1 mod, it would be Courseplay, it would. it's I miss it already. But also been talking about looking at the messaging system to see if it was Courseplay that was suppressing it, and to be honest, not sure. I've also got the Courseplay messaging system switched on now when it's doing it, so actually that works better because that gives you lots more messages. But again, I don't use workers enough. They always give you messages when they've on journeys, that still works, but there's still some that aren't right. They don't message you with these standard workers. But yeah, I'm going to try and pay better attention to this, so I've got a proper opinion about it, because I'm not really do love this. It's again. Oh yeah, no, we've done we have we can't do this. I don't want to be ripping it off. So we'll leave this right next to this. Yeah, again, I'm missing the little sheds. It's things like, no, be careful. Yeah, I'd like to put like a little shed for something like this and just leave it near the middle, rather than no, there is. I know which one I'm thinking about. Yeah, there's a little wooden shed. Not that one, the 8000. I hate that one because it's so small that the things are. It was like a little wooden shed, just with one pack. It was ideal for a couple of pieces of equipment. Right, so we've done that. We did that little sprig over there. Sunflowers. And we need to be grabbing the. Yeah, we do. That's going to run out soon as well. Let's go and we're going to go and do the grass fields quickly. Liming. We'll do. I'm trying to think, because in April we rush through. Yeah, because we've got a lime. Oh, I hate this, but yeah, it is what it is. And also, I've done big bags now, so I'm sort of stuck. I've got to go back for that, really. Right, let's go and do the 2 grass fields. I am going to time lapse this, though. Yeah, it is. I'm going to say my words because it speeds the journey up as well. And yeah, I'm going to reconvene. I've also got to juggle a little bit. I've got to do sunflowers. That's the most important thing. Yeah, which they've just stopped now. In fact, let's use our brain before we do this time lapse, and let's set that down to there. Now, I don't like this because of the water. Now, the one thing I did say early on was I'd put the power tools on, and I've not said why. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that I said I was going to do. Right. Not bad. Not bad, actually. It's just that bit at the bottom. Oh, it did it. Ah, no, it did switch that on then. It has switched the fertilizer off, because we've not touched that since. Oh, no. No. It's not actually deactivate. Automatic application rate. Yeah, I'm just looking at what I'd already done, so that I can't remember workers for that. Switch that on, put that down, and no, I'm still not. It's in there. Get this done, and then we'll literally top up the seeds while we're this close. Oh, please don't you? Because I'm going to give myself the money back if you waste £6 worth of thing. Because the only way to get that out is by cooking. Oh, it's blocked by traffic. That's not so bad. Right, okay. Come on, son, there's a car. Yeah, there's still definitely weirdnesses going on with it, but I think I've overdone it with it, if anything, with the seeds. But then I'd sooner have overdone it than underdone it, really. Ooh. Yeah, we've still got quite a lot of field to do, so I'm not so sure. Right, so then let's get this last little bit of. Yeah, and we'll get that fertilised as well, the bit that I've missed on the sunflower field that we've actually done. It's the planting. But so if I do this in the line, I think they only do cardinals. They don't like doing this kind of strictly, but I might be wrong. I frequently am. Yeah, this should be alright. Yeah, it's doing it in line with the lines it's already got. Brilliant, perfect. Right, ooh, nitrogen's okay. Yeah. The nitrogen's perfect. We didn't do this. Oh, we sold it. The farmer who took it away. Oh wow, that is nice. I mean, if it weren't for the fact of scanning the fields, that's quite a bit of a scam actually. Right, it is. I'm quite impressed with that. We didn't do that one. So the farmer that took it off our hands actually did that for us. So that is quite amazing. We are on auto this time, are we not? We are indeed. Yeah, wow. In fact, actually, if anything, they over-fertilise because that's much more brighter than ours. We can't get that like that unless we did it manually. So, wow, that's quite amazing. We've only got one field to do after all that, so a bit of a break. I like that. Yeah, if you knew that was going to happen with your grass fields like that, you could technically sort of cheat a little bit. I wouldn't, but yeah, what I mean is, yeah, this is definitely second growth stage, though. It's definitely not. It's a bit hard to work out the headland. Grass looks the same, and yet that's not headland. Yeah, that's a bit misleading, actually. That looks like field, and it's not. It's headland. I believe we said we were going to time-lapse this. We did indeed, so I'm going to say my words. It's not going to take it, or is it worth it for this? I mean, I know it's not the biggest of spreads, but probably going to take 2 minutes real time, so is it really worth it? Probably not, actually. No, it's a session. Well, it's yeah, tidy up, really. Although I did want to push on to tomorrow, so I suppose if I'm going to take, because it's like you say 2 minutes and it ends up being 10, so it's, yeah, it is. It's true. I am going to say more words. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. because I'd coming out of the time lapse for a minute, because I just thought about something about the weeder. I know if you employ a worker, obviously it doesn't matter what tyres you've got, but for realism, I was just thinking about the actual map and what equipment it had set for us. I was just thinking, I don't think any of them can have narrows. I might be wrong on the John Deere. A quick look. I'm prepared to reset it because I don't want to waste your time by bringing it. Yeah, which one is it? The John Deere that's actually doing the... No, it's not. Are you there? Yeah, I know the fence definitely can't. Definitely 100%. And there's quite a few John Deeres that can't either. I think this is one of them. I don't think the 8R can have narrows. Some of them specially can. They've got specialist tyres. But I don't think this is one of them. Which that strikes me as odd. That we've been given... It's almost like the thought wasn't quite there for the tractors in the pack. It's a bit further back, actually. It's not quite what you think it is. Oh, yeah, we will repair it. Okay. Narrow twin wheels. You can. Fantastic. Ooh, 5,000. Can we have just narrows? just narrows will do. Oh, please don't tell me that's all the only option. We've got Midas. Let's have a look. Oh, they're all narrows. I mean, all twins. Oh, yeah. I suppose they do look odd, really, without them being... Yeah. That's the best. 4005. They look actually quite nice. All right, then, if we're going to have to do it for realism. Fantastic. Yeah, I like those. I do like the narrows that are doubles like that, because they do still look nice and meaty. Yeah, then the gangly ones. But so there we go, sorted. Yeah, I did think that it was... I mean, I have seen that before, where that is actually like that, where people haven't quite thought it through right. But I just thought, oh, that's a bit odd, because I know the fence definitely can't. There, which has always struck me as a little bit odd with the fence, really. Right, I'm trying to think. I don't think I've quite got enough footage, not with time lapse in it. It always makes you have to do quite a meaty one, but my last session was a monster again. So let's set John D. I don't need to know. No, I can do that from in here. That's doing very nicely. Set the John Deere. No, you have to click it. Yeah, set destination. And yeah, because there's a lot of weeding to be done. That's the one thing I am going to say, that I really do. Now let's stick it on the road. And we will grab the Forterra. I keep wanting to say Frontera. Right, now we're doing the grass fields. Let's get this finished. Yeah, I'd like to get that. So it's just what, half of the field left to do. It's weird how the AIs fertilise but don't lime. Precision farming on. It's really weird. I mean, we sold that field and we were very fortunate in so much as the farmer fertilised us, but he didn't lime. And I'm not complaining. I'm very fortunate that they actually did the fertilising. That's not my point. I'm not trying to moan that I didn't get it lime. What I'm saying is, it's weird that they're not programmed to do that. It's not the first time I've done that either. We've taken a... I've got to be honest, there's one thing I am going to say though, an improvements of between the two versions. If you bought a field in FS19, you were almost definitely guaranteed that you needed to fertilise and lime. It was just planted, that was your lot. FS22, the farmers are a lot better. You'd often buy a field and it's fully fertilised. I'm not sure about the pH. That's one thing I'm not focused on that enough to you know, realise one way or the other. But definitely the fertilising is really much better than FS19, so it's one of the few things I can actually credit Giants with between the versions that is better. I'm trying to be magnanimous, not be too critical. I think that's what you call a loaded comment. Definitely. Still reveals what I really think, but without being too nasty. Oh, it will be nice if they do get things sorted. I mean, the base game, I've never known the base game to have faults like we've got at present since the beginning of FS22. So, yes, we seem to have gone backwards. Yeah, that reminds me of I actually did like that. It would have been an alright farmyard as well, really. It's small, but we could have just about managed it for quite a while, really. But I do think I'm still right that the fields, I suppose, yeah, it's not much different to what we've got now, really. But then it was the growth, I think, going forwards that was, yeah, what got me a little. That's the second field we've done this one, haven't we? Oh, and let's be a bit realistic. Would you do that on a road? Just because you know nobody's coming down this road, because nobody ever does. Doesn't mean you do that in real life. Yeah, I don't know what that must be, this kind of soil type, because it does not want to do that. Right, we're still on auto. Then let's set this going, I think. Brilliant. And we'll just go and do the cleanup on the field. Oh no, it's not that one, it's that one there. Let's quickly grab it. Oh, actually it parks it quite well. Let's grab the weeder. That's what I was really curious about. Now some of those I think are second. Yeah, they're the ones that need hoeing, I think. Let's have a look. Yeah, medium. And yeah, so we want the 12 metre rather than the biggie, which is a shame. So that answers my question. And again, we all know that weeds are a little bit random. They don't always do as they should do. But that's definitely, yeah, that's a nice point. Let's look at them all, because they were all prepared in exactly the same way. No, they have, yeah, the sugar beets. Let's have a look. You say that. Let's just be... No, because the sorghum was done today. So that's, yeah, there's a little patch there. So yeah, it is. It's completely weeded. So we can't use the biggie. We've got to use the 12 metre rather than the 24. Which, yeah, I believe is this one here. At least unrealistic, though we've got nice wheels now. Oh, not quite right. It's good, but it's not that good. Right, okay. Ooh. Yeah, we still need a repair thing. These are the things that I really would love to go modded with. Oh, that's going to probably... Right, yeah, that's... And we should be fine now on this. Even with crop destruction plus, had I got that on, which I haven't because it's a mod. And these are the things as well I do miss, really. Right, so if we go back on, that should... I think we're going to do a few minutes of this. Yeah, the weeding will probably end the next session. We'll also, yeah, because I'm about ready to quit the session. I just wanted to finish this. I'll crack the weeder on, but we'll literally, yeah, finish that next session because there's a lot to do, and we're going to do the grass. Also, I want to quickly just show you what how the BGA is doing, because I've not noticed myself. I just want to sort of hone in on that a little, because I'm hoping that it's soon that we can actually drag that money back. So does this say weeds growing? So in that case we can use the biggie. Yes, because I really would like to use that monster one. It's like the Treffler, only it's not the Treffler. Always said that. I'm glad that's been done, because yeah, I always thought there's only the Treffler that's the biggie. It would be I'm not sure how much expensive it was, but how much, because obviously we didn't buy it, we got given it, which is fantastic. Yeah, after this weekend I'm going to venture my feet into the water and see if the mods are settling down. Been a few updates like production revamps, things like that. Now that's got its fingers in many pies, so that could cause issues. But with time, I'm not so sure it's got anything whatsoever to do with that. Although, yeah, that's true. It doesn't muck around with time. That's it. It's always mods that do what. Now, is this a no-till as well? I mean, I know we still had to plough, so I mean there was no escaping the fact that we needed to plough after doing corn. Is this a no-till system? I think it is. At the back of my mind it's saying it is, but we'll have a look. It's nice to have this Horsch pack. And I haven't checked the sales, is the other thing I was going to say, but yeah. It's gone into a tree or something. Right, okay. Bing. Oh, no, don't fold it away. I was forgetting there's a slither over here. Remember. Ah, it is going to bash into those. Has it stopped? Do you know, seriously, I know. Seriously. Okay, we'll manually do this little bit so you don't have to do that again. Yes, it's nice to have the hoe, really. Right, so if we do this straight up now, it should really be, you're going completely the different way, and I'm straight in a line, straight for that. So let's shift it out of the way. Oh yes, I'd forgotten about that. Yes, I did knock that off over the inside. That was the weight. I don't mean it was not the weight that caused it, but the weight being on there is what. I do love the ease that you can do that. It is amazing. Right, so then should be all right, I think. Let's just go and finish that off. Oh, it's going into the other field. Oh, I was going to go and bash into that. Seriously? Oh, well, it chooses its own angle. I know people who use it a lot more can work it out better than I have. That much I do know. Right, last little bit. And then we'll go and see how that. I'd like to get the liming finished on that field. Let's have a look. How did we do over there? We'll leave that cracking on, and we'll finish that tomorrow. Oh no, Ray's still. Oh, excellent. Brilliant. Could have left you, but we're here, so let's crack on. Yeah, the one thing I am going to say is obviously with doing the workers like this, I'm getting a lot more hands-on with it because you have to. Mr. Silly P, I do love watching him on his Let's Plays, because again, PlayStation. There's an awful lot more work for the player. Yeah, you get headlands. It's obviously a dab hand using the in-game workers because that's what you've got. It is. Right, let's just get this last little bit finished. Then the weeder will do tomorrow. Let this settle, and I know it's slightly unrealistic. Yeah, I mean, I shouldn't really be mowing on this. Should have done it yesterday. I forgot to do it. Sorry, last month. Should I say? Well, yesterday's session. But yeah, that was my bad. But I don't want to leave it without it having it on. Yeah, I am trying to play realistically, but there are some things that you just don't want to take the hit of. I mean, I wouldn't want to do it on crops, but I have done. Neverland, I did do that. Right, so then, let's have a quick look. Should be good. Yeah, it is definitely. And nitrogen is, yeah, good as well. So let's have a look on this field. Yeah, nitrogen is good. Yeah, nitrogen is good everywhere. Why is that? Oh, because it's, yeah, of course it is. sugar beet. That's why that's green. I was thinking that's a separate field. So nitrogen's good. pH, we just need to do that other half of that. I knew there was something I forgot to do. Let's go and we're going to go pop up to the shop. I don't. Let's try it. Let's try it. Let's not give in. I don't think we'll quite have enough. But if we don't, what we could do is we'll just send this up to the shop after the session, and then we'll crack on. I want to do the lawn mowing, get the grass cut. Is it third growth stage, or was it? Yeah, no, it is. It's got the golden green to it. It's slightly yellowy grass look from the green of second growth stage. First growth stage is very spare, so that is third growth stage. So it's definitely cut it today. We don't want to be losing anything. Obviously, we're going to have to put. Oh yeah, that was the other thing I want to do. As we're passing, I just want to have a look at the biogas plant, our biogas plant, and see has it processed all of the bales. I doubt it, but I'm hoping by May morning, pretty much out. Yeah, we've got the mowing to do, and we'll be using somebody else's BGA going forwards because ours can't cut it, and that really is. I'm not being nasty. It really can't. It's. I was going to say it's rubbish. Well, it is. It is. I've got to be honest. It truthfully is. It's a waste of space. It is a white elephant, not fit for purpose. Not saying such things don't exist. There's plenty of people who rip you off and give you something that will do a job but won't do it well. So yeah, not saying that. Again, it's like I said. Really, it's learning your lesson and not doing it again. Yeah, no, it's not all my life. Yeah, it's knocking them down though. There's not many left. So yeah, tomorrow morning, that's not bad. I think. Yeah, we need to remind them that the top bales that are like hovering, yeah, they need reminding. So yeah, let's quickly grab the Forterra now. I'll just weed it. Oh no, they usually turn around. I'll just do that front edge myself. Let's just remind these that gravity does exist in the universe. So these seem to have forgotten that fact. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so we've got 30 odd tons. We'll speed up once we've done the grass and that, and hopefully get those all done. And then we need to worry about the digestate, which I would imagine is going to be over 30 tons, and we've only got a 30 ton, and there's no liquid thing. Yeah, 35 tons now. So I would lose some of that, which is an absolute shame, really. Right, anyway, let's use this bit of. I would imagine the Forterra can have narrows. Now that was my plan, but I wasn't sure how much horsepower the I was going to say the Trefler, the weeders. Yeah, so that is 250 and that's 200. So the bigger one we couldn't get over. We could not use the Forterra at all on either one of them. How are we doing now? No, that's still cracking on. Oh yeah, and I realised fertiliser that I left in the field is obviously going to cause issues. In fact, that's probably about to run into them. So yeah, I thought so. Oh, brilliant. First growth stage. Yeah, it's catching the tree boughs. I did it yesterday with the Anderson. Yeah, we need to do that. We need to. No, it's got narrows. Why am I worrying? It's true. There's no need to worry. We can do this ourselves. Right, let's put that down and let's see if we can sort of cheatingly push these along, because I realised it was mega bad. It really was, and I apologise. It's a very, very clumsy handling of that. Yeah, when I saw them on the field edge, I thought, right, now let's lift that. So apologies for that. That is awful. Right, okay then. So let's let them crack on for a minute. Just get this. I'd just love to get this used is what I'm going to say. I would say like to say finished, but I don't think it is going to finish. But I would like to actually get this done, and we'll do the weeding and the mowing next session. But yeah, let's just hold. Let's get done what we can do with this 4.5 tons, which is not going to go terribly far, but yeah, not. You would probably do the entire field if it had been done before, but with it being yellow, yeah, it's going to be nasty. So this is the last bit though that we've got to do. We have everything's done now, and my guesstimate was totally out. I've got to be honest, absolutely a mile out. Yeah, and seeds we've got enough, I think, for next year. I don't know what I was thinking. Yeah, mind you, I did say this about yeah, the seeds went a long way. Yeah, sorghum is fantastic for that. I do love it. We did not use much, used quite a lot of fertilizer, but again, I think we used everything, we did, but we're going to need a little bit more for the grass going forwards. Yeah, we should be earning from our silage. I don't know that I'm going to wait till the end of the year though, because to be honest, it takes too long to wait for that, and it's a marginal increase. If you could afford to wait till the end of the year, it would be worthwhile. I suppose we could afford it really. Yeah, we're not. And we will quickly look at the sales as well. We'll just run this out, and we're going to look at the sales while I send this up to the top, ready for next session. That will do nicely. Yeah, I know it's not quite. No, it's not. Let's get waste it, not waste it, but use it really, because it's exact. The seven sort of things are exact. So if we take 400 and something litres up there with us, then to be honest, it's going to be that's better. Brilliant. Let's send that up, and then we're going to have a quick look at the sales before I sign out of this session. Let's get it on the road. I always find it's better at the pathfinding if it's on the road. Not done badly. Yes, I don't know what happened, why it literally switched fields though. It's very bizarre. So set destination in the shop, and we will step out. We are going to look at the sales. Yeah, we are going to do the other weeder, but again, we need the John Deere. Otherwise, I know we can set it going really good. We did do everything we did. Want to lift and hold. Fantastic, and we are going to look at the sales. What is in the sales? Oh, okay, the cotton wheelie grab. So nothing exciting. Let's take this back, because this is all sown, all sorted completely. Just the weeding left to do on this, which I'm glad that we've got the mechanical weeders. That's fantastic. Right, and yeah, the grass cutting. So will be all worked out, and hopefully we'll be able to grab that 200 and odd grand off the BGA. I'm glad that we've done that. Wow, he was going fast. Yeah, glad that we've done the solar panel. Oh, ours turns round, theirs doesn't. I thought I'd done it wrong, but no, I haven't. Right, so let's stick this back under cover. We will get another one. I know there's not enough room in there, although you can stick an awful lot in there. Also, yeah, harvester is a bit of a biggie, so it does accommodate though. I do love these sheds. Never to be underestimated. Right, let's, yeah, fantastic. I really do like these boxes. Fantastic. Yes, fairly tidy for me, although yeah, the Anderson we're going to need tomorrow. We ought to be taking, I know why I brought it back. But in fact, whilst we've got a minute, let's take that across ready for next session, because it gives the weeder and the I think just enough time to get up to the top of the map, ready for next session, which is a nice place to be. And will I beat that car? I think I will. Yeah. Yeah, and luckily we've now got one tractor over here that we can set the mower going. I'll mow a headland on both fields, and then I'll do one field at a time, and then I'll grab the well, I've got a bay on myself, haven't I? So we'll go and grab another tractor, and we'll set the John Deere going again on the weeding next session. So yeah, been a very fruitful session, even if a monster. I'm well chuffed with the progress, and they say, yeah, very, very bad estimate on my part about the now then, yeah, if we're going to do the other fields, it's weird, field 11 looks bigger to me, and yet field 10 is worth more, so yeah, there must be more land where the trees are and stuff as well. That is a point. That probably is it, isn't it? Thinking about it. Oh, it's nearly completely done. Oh, it hasn't. No, it hasn't. You're looking at it wrong. Yeah, no, field 18 has got a lot more, but a lot of it goes, yeah, where there's trees at the side. Right, so then, let's just go and see how the tractor's doing going to the top. Do you know so's about there? She's trying to go through a gate and will not succeed. Right, smashing. Yeah, we'll grab that next session. I'm not going to worry about that. Just go and switch. No, I can leave it. It's not hurting, really. Let's just have a quick look at how Luke is doing. Please tell me you're not deciding you're going to do the other fields. You are. Then I know it needs doing, but that's going to be very confusing now. Totally confused now as to how far. Yeah, really need to come up much higher. It's quite a bit higher, and then down at weird angles. I think we're just gonna, yeah, it's about here, I think. Yeah, I think we're just gonna go straight next time, and then it can get smaller and smaller, and then it'll go all the way down, and we'll do the same on the other one, I think. But yeah, that is the end of the session. Yeah, we've just got weeding to do and the grass work, and grab that limer to finish that last little bit on that field there. Yes, I would say I don't think we need a full one, but we need plenty of lime anyway for the grass fields. So yeah, but all that remains to be said for this particular session is thank you very much for watching. I truly do hope you're going to stick with me on this exciting journey. On this, it really is a fantastic map. I do like it. Very challenging, especially with these big fields. Yeah, it's not for the faint of heart. If I'd not done Rhombos, I think this would have been out of my comfort zone. But yeah, Neverland, I've got to be honest, I felt quite comfortable on Neverland, and that's a bit of a monster. We've got all but the biggest field on the map, which we are going to purchase, but we've need, I think it's 2 million. So we've nearly got it. We've nearly got 2 million as well. We've touched it a couple of times, and then I've spent a fortune on equipment. So yeah, I'm looking forward to going back on Neverland. But again, everything was crashing and burning. I thought, I'm leaving everything, not because I couldn't cope with it, but because everything was going wrong and I couldn't sleep, and even the autosave wasn't quite combating all of the faults on the game, and I was losing progress. So I've got to let it settle down. So I thought, well, I've always wanted to do a base game challenge. Why not do it now when there's an absolute perfect opportunity? So here we are. Anyway, yes, I'm going to say goodbye for now.